Right now, 15 days and counting until we can drop the masks in Dane County, but some may want to think twice. The public health director will explain.
Also, growing pains. We're diving into Madison's rapid population surge and the housing dilemma that many already face.
And fighting on after 4 years, marking a tragic anniversary, how school shooting survivors are pushing for change. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. After months of waiting, Dane County's mask mandate is finally coming to an end. But first, we're taking a look back at the history of the mask mandate here in Dane County. It first began back in July of 2020. Nearly 1 year later, after several extensions, the mask mandate expired June 2nd of 2021. But by August of last summer, Public Health issued yet another mask mandate, citing that rise in COVID cases at the time. On November 1st, the mandate extension was announced with plans to let it expire on November 27th, but it was extended into January due to the holiday travel season. On January 26th, Dane County's mask mandate was again extended another month through March 1st. And today, Public Health announcing the mask mandate will be allowed to expire March 1st after steadily decreasing COVID cases and hospitalizations. Brady Mallory shows us what they're saying to businesses and schools moving forward. Brady?
Well, health leaders want to remind you this doesn't signal the end of the pandemic. It just means we've made it through the Omicron surge. Public Health extended the mandate last month after COVID-19 cases surged due to Omicron. Those cases continue to fall, which is a key factor in this decision to let the mandate expire. So where does this leave businesses and schools? Public Health says businesses may need to figure out what works best for them, and it will help them guide them to make their own policies.
Who you're responsible for and how we can understand what the risk might be with regard to those we come into contact with. So it may be likely that folks may continue to wear masks if we have crowded indoor settings and require that, and not know what the vaccine status is of those around us.
Heinrich says schools may want to consider keeping masks since children under 4 aren't yet eligible to get the vaccine. Right now, 58% of Dane County is fully vaccinated and boosted.
Brady, thank you. The expiring mask order impacts many parts of our lives. There is now a significant question. What should schools do? Brad Hamilton is live in Madison tonight with more insights on that question. Brad?
Well, Susan, plenty of schools in Dane County have repeatedly pointed to the countywide mask mandate as to why they're continuing to keep their policies in place. And Public Health Director said today that she believes a lot of schools are going to continue that policy going. And she explained that that's because a lot of kids have not gotten their vaccine yet or are not eligible.
We know that masks are an effective tool to reduce the risk of transmission of this illness, and they are effective in helping keep classrooms and schools open and kids in schools.
One important thing to note that you also will continue to have to wear a mask on public transit, and that's going to relate to school buses due to federal rules. And also, we've reached out to every single school in Dane County, and we have heard back from 3 schools so far on what they're going to do moving forward. We're going to have plenty of those results coming up tonight at 10.
We will see you at 10. Brad, thank you. Southern Wisconsin is in for a chilly night, but will it be followed by a warm-up? Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, skies are clear right now. That would argue for a cold night tonight, but we'll see clouds moving later on, and that will start the warm-up. Visible cloud track shows the sunshine that we had today over the fresh snow cover, but notice to the north and west, clouds already starting to move through much of Minnesota, heading in our direction. Doppler track right now, just a few flurries up in the northern part of Lake Michigan, but really nothing upstream, so not looking for any precipitation in the short term. Low temperatures last night were around 10 in Madison, a little colder to the north and west, and high temperatures so far today have been in the lower 20s with a few teens up to the north of Dane County. Current temperatures have dropped to around 20 degrees, and these temperatures will drop a little bit more this evening, then probably hold steady later on tonight. Wind chills right now, not much of a factor because the winds are pretty light. So look for a low of about 9 degrees. That'll probably be shortly after midnight, and then temperatures start to rise. Look for a high of 35 tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies, and it will become breezy. And windy conditions will kick in tomorrow night, causing temperatures to warm up tomorrow night, and we'll be in the 40s on Wednesday before we watch a winter storm to our south. I'll tell you what its effects will be on our weather in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. The deputy deputy who fired her gun during an alleged incident at Fesky County Park last year has been fired. The sheriff's office has identified the deputy as 30-year-old Sarah Bortz Rodriguez. They say she was terminated back on November 17th. However, the sheriff's office didn't say why she was fired or what the investigation found. Last October, deputies responded to a report of an armed person at Fesky County Park, and during that investigation, the sheriff's office said a man attacked Bortz Rodriguez with a knife, leading her to fire her weapon. Former Rock County Sheriff's Deputy Gary Huber was in court today to enter a plea on sexual assault charges. Court officials entered a not guilty plea on Huber's behalf. The 34-year-old faces 10 felony charges tied to allegations that he sexually assaulted multiple children between 2010 and 2016. That's before he was hired as a Rock County deputy. Huber resigned when the sheriff's office found out about the allegations last July. We're hoping to learn more details about a structure fire north of Middleton. The Middleton Fire Department responded to a call at 4951 Parmenter Street this morning. Dane County officials said multiple buildings were on fire. At this time, it's unclear what caused it or if anyone was hurt. The exit from the Beltline to Parmenter was blocked for a portion of this morning as crews worked to put out the fire.
Madison police have arrested a mailman who they say was driving drunk on the job. Officers pulled the man's truck over last Thursday afternoon in the 1900 block of Atwood Avenue. Witnesses saw the man stumbling and falling over in a nearby building. Police say he smelled of alcohol and slurred his speech when officers spoke to him. The man also failed a sobriety test. He was arrested for a first offense OWI. Local law enforcement is asking for more funding to improve the Dane County Jail. The sheriff and the Dane County District Attorney say the jail is doing exactly what it was designed to do, to be harsh and inhumane. $150 million has already been approved for the jail, but rising construction costs have pushed it well above original estimates. The sheriff says the county needs a new jail that focuses on a humane approach to rehabilitation.
Having a consolidated humane facility that focuses on rehabilitation through programming, life skills that are designed to ensure a safe transfer for those who are incarcerated back into our community.
County supervisors will meet Thursday night to discuss the additional $24 million for the project. You can find more information on the project on channel3000.com.
It's no secret Dane County is a popular place to live, perhaps nowhere better seen than in the latest census data. Dane, the fastest growing county in the state.
But as investigative reporter Naomi Coles explains, it is in the heart of Madison that has seen a remarkable shift in growth over the past decade. Naomi?
A lot of Dane County's increasing growth in past decades has been in the suburbs, Fitchburg, Sun Prairie, Middleton. And that's not changing. But while the city of Madison kept growing, it was nowhere near the pace of its suburbs. That is until 2010. In the last decade, that city growth has shifted remarkably as the campus and downtown areas spiked in development. With that comes the housing struggle.
We're going to have to start embracing the prospect of having new neighbors. And the prospect of increasing our housing options in our neighborhoods so that we can prevent this sort of runaway housing crisis where prices just keep going up and up and up.
Anyone who's hunted for a place to live in Madison knows this. Now tonight at 6 o'clock, join me for a deep dive into Madison's remarkable decade of growth and the changes that have to happen for everyone to keep benefiting.
Well, look forward to that, Naomi. Thank you. President Biden has been holding high-stakes phone calls with leaders around the world trying to de-escalate tensions between Russia and Ukraine. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky told citizens he's been informed an invasion could happen as early as Wednesday. He's declaring that day a national day of unity. CBS News has learned some Russian troops have moved out of assembly areas near the Ukrainian border and have begun to move into attack positions. Russia demanding that NATO not allow Ukraine and other former Soviet countries to join the alliance, but Ukraine's foreign ministry says the country's right to join NATO is written into its constitution. With no diplomatic end in sight, the U.S. strongly urging any remaining U.S. citizens in Ukraine to leave the country immediately.
The busiest border crossing between the U.S. and Canada is open once again after Canadian police moved out truckers and demonstrators. The Ambassador Bridge between Detroit and Windsor, Ontario, was open to traffic early this morning. Dozens of protesters were arrested and vehicles were towed that had been blocking the bridge for nearly a week in protest of the country's pandemic restrictions.
We felt that no matter what we do, these mandates are not going to end. And that's what this is about. I love the protest, but I think it's gotten too long to the point where a lot of people are losing their job.
The end of the blockade is welcome news for the auto industry, which faced disruptions in several states and at an estimated cost of $850 million. It could take months for the supply chain to catch up.
Today marks 4 years since the school shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. 14 students, 3 staff members were killed. Years later, students and parents of the victims continue to demand action on gun legislation. Natalie Brand has the latest.
Atop a crane 150 feet high near the White House, Manuel Oliver, who lost his son in the mass school shooting in Parkland, Florida, delivered a message to the president.
I asked for a minute.
The father of victim Joaquin Oliver hung a banner demanding gun legislation 4 years to the day that 17 students and staff were killed at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Later, Oliver climbed down from the crane and was temporarily taken into custody by local police. Patricia Oliver, who traveled with her husband to Washington, says her family wants to see action.
I would like to see changes that improve our safety.
Recently, there's been an uptick in gun violence at schools in the U.S. According to Education Week, there were at least 10 incidents this year, killing or injuring 19 people. In 2021, 34 school shootings were reported, with more than a dozen people killed. President Biden released a statement saying he mourns with the Parkland families and has called on Congress to pass gun safety legislation and additional funding for programs aimed at reducing violent crime. Recent bills aimed at strengthening the nation's background checks and gun laws have stalled in the U.S. Senate.
Every day remind us the pain. And that's why we decided to be where we are today.
Joaquin Oliver's family says they won't stop working until there's change. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Meanwhile, a former Parkland student, the gunman in the shooting, has pled guilty. In that incident, he faces life in prison or the death penalty when sentenced in April. Up next at 5, gas prices continue to rise across the U.S.
But there is some hope coming up when prices could start to fall. And later, Wisconsin is putting $1 million toward recruiting new teachers. We'll break down how the money will help local schools at 6.
Wall Street starting the week with red numbers. The Dow falling 172 points. The Nasdaq marginally changed, down just 1/4 of a point. The S&P lost 17. We'll be right back.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back at the Alliant Energy Center Expo Hall in Madison, February 25th through the 27th. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with new gear. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with awesome seminars. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with hard-to-find boats. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with family activities. Go to wifishingexpo.com for details. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Outdoor News, Don's Marine, Fox Sports 1070 The Game, Lucas Oil, and Explore Lacrosse.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels
incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sonobello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
We must not lose sight that our top priority is to have a safe and humane facility that is sustainable and focuses on rehabilitation.
Sheriff Barrett and the DA sell their reasons why Dane County needs a new jail tonight at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team advocates for you, asking the right questions.
You hope to make that right.
And getting results.
They sent a water heater the next day after you made the call.
Call for Action, only on News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The pain at the pump getting worse as rising gas prices are affecting drivers all across the country.
And at the rate that the oil demand is outpacing supply, the problem could get worse before it gets better. Gabe Cohen explains.
Add gas prices to the list of surging costs weighing on Americans' wallets.
The price has been a little bit more each time.
The national average now around $3.44 a gallon, up more than $1 from a year ago, and the highest since 2014.
It's just like, damn, like it changes the way I pump gas.
And it's only getting worse, approaching the record national average of $4.11.
Do you think we could hit that record in the months ahead?
I think we have a very good chance.
It's an issue of supply and demand dating back to the start of COVID. Just look at this roller coaster chart of U.S. gas prices over time. In March 2020, prices plummeted. Americans weren't on the road. Oil producers, including OPEC, cut back on investments and operations. They had nowhere to store extra oil.
They laid off employees. They didn't work their rigs.
But when the vaccines rolled out, demand for fuel skyrocketed, more than experts expected. And the oil industry didn't have the supply. They're still playing catch-up.
You can't just turn on a spigot. These are long cycle projects.
So gas prices have been surging for 14 months, only briefly dipping during Omicron. Demand is back at pre-pandemic levels. Even AAA can't explain that.
They're trying to kind of figure it out right now.
And the conflict on the Ukrainian border is adding a new strain. Russia is the world's second largest oil producer. If the crisis escalates, JP Morgan says oil prices could soar from $91 a barrel to $120.
If we were to see Russia potentially withhold energy exports, the question would be who could make up for that?
Well, one source of hope, new talks with Iran over a nuclear deal.
And if a deal is made, Western companies could start buying more Iranian oil. Los Angeles still celebrating after the Rams beat the Bengals in last night's Super Bowl 23-20. LA trailed most of the second half before taking the lead with less than a minute and a half to go. Quarterback Matthew Stafford connecting a 1-yard score to wide receiver Cooper Kupp. He was the MVP of the game, couple of touchdowns. Meanwhile, the halftime performance is star-studded as the game. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige headlining the first Super Bowl show built around rap and hip-hop.
Today is National Organ Donor Day, and the need is great. According to U.S. health officials, more than 2,000 Wisconsinites are waiting for a life-saving organ. That's why state lawmakers spoke out on the issue at the Capitol today. Versity will also have an art exhibit displayed at the state capitol through February 18th called the Divine 9 Lifeline. The need isn't just for organs. Right now, blood donations are also in great need. Let's get a check now at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti is here with the forecast. Gary?
Well, temperatures will warm up over the next couple of days. It'll be warm enough for rain on Wednesday, and then we'll watch the potential for a winter storm on Thursday. So look for temperatures to be in the middle 30s for tomorrow, and those temperatures will continue to rise tomorrow night. We'll be in the middle 40s on Wednesday with rain showers, but then temperatures will start turning colder in the afternoon. The rain will change to snow Wednesday night. There could be some snow accumulation, mainly southeast of Madison. It might be a very sharp cutoff where a couple of inches of snow may fall over parts of Rock County and everybody else kind of misses out. But here's what we're looking at. And this is future track from the U.S. GFS computer model beginning early on Wednesday morning. Mainly rain around here, starting to change over to a little mixed precipitation north and west of Madison. But notice it has snow by Thursday morning, and then the snow continues through the day on Thursday. Another little secondary surge moves on through, and then the whole storm kind of pulls out by midnight Thursday night. look what the computer models are showing. The potential for a significant winter storm with over a foot of snow over parts of northern Illinois, but as much as 4 to 6 inches as far north as Madison, with a sharp cutoff with less than an inch north and west of the Dells. That's only one of the computer models. The European, or the other issue is freezing rain. The more intense areas of freezing rain will stay farther to the south, but there could be a little bit of ice accumulation. Now, the European computer model, again, shows rain during the day on Wednesday, a quick change over to snow. But look, by Thursday morning, the snow's already gone, and we're not looking at any snow. In fact, skies would be clearing out already by midnight on Thursday night. Take a look at the snowfall totals. The foot snow totals down across parts of central Indiana, maybe a couple of inches in the Chicago area. No snow in Madison. And again, the main future track computer model that we use looking into early Thursday morning shows a little bit of rain, and then boom, notice by Thursday afternoon, no snow. So right now, we're leaning more toward the storm staying mainly to the south, maybe a little bit of light accumulation, again, well south and east of Madison. Temperatures right now around 20 in Madison, but they are milder out to the west. We will see some of that warmer heading in our direction for a couple of days before the temperatures start turning much colder on Wednesday night. Tomorrow, look for a high of 35. It'll be cloudy, it'll become breezy, and those temperatures will rise tomorrow night. And by Wednesday, we're looking for a high of 45 degrees. It'll be breezy with rain showers during the day. Temperatures start to fall off in the afternoon, and then that mixes with and changes to snow Wednesday night. By Thursday morning, we're down to 14. Mainly light snow during the morning hours south and east of Madison. Again, there could be 1 to maybe as much as 4 inches down toward the Illinois state line east of Beloit, but a very sharp cutoff. Dane County and areas north, probably little or no snow accumulation. Cold Friday morning with a low of 2, but it'll be windy and warmer on Friday with a high of 29. Cold on Saturday, warmer on Sunday. Then look for some flurries or freezing drizzle by Monday night and some rain or snow showers the middle part of next week. As we check out first warn traffic, things are moving pretty well on the Beltline. There's the view of Park Street from the DOT cameras, and right now we're not seeing any problems along the Beltline other than a brief slowdown near Monona Drive, and even that traffic just drops down to about 35 miles an hour. Otherwise, traffic time's pretty normal on the Beltline, either direction between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, US 12 Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie and East Washington Avenue and US 151. Those are normal travel times as well. That's your News 3 Now First Warn Traffic.
Gary, thank you. Coming up, members of 2 assisted living communities share a special Valentine's Day with some local officers. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
Get all of your home projects done with help from Menards. Choose from our in-stock Mastercraft doors or design your door your way with our door designer. Mastercraft has the fastest delivery, so you get your door in approximately 7 days. Save big on Mastercraft doors. Brighten up your room with Fight Electric LED light bulbs. Choose from comforting warm white or energizing daylight. These 10 packs are only $9.99 now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Here at TSR, we transform outdated or damaged basement floors into beautiful, functional, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we don't just simply coat over your old floor. We repair all the cracks, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and will not be damaged by spills or standing water. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new basement floor coating will last. And from now until March 15th, we're offering 15% off your basement floor coating. This promotion also applies to any interior commercial coating project. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
One day floor.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Some numbers are thrilling. Some impressive. Some just right. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish and Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. No other personal injury law firm is better suited to get the amount that's right for you.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The Madison Police Department visited some area assisted living facilities today to help residents celebrate Valentine's Day. Officers dropped off cards, flowers, and balloons to people living at Bella Vista and Oakwood East facilities in Madison. Participants said they hope the visits can be a tradition in the future, not just an event once a year.
Oh, it's very nice. Well, this Valentine's Day may not be a happy one for everyone. Those experiencing a loss or a breakup, it's difficult, but a group called HEARTBROKEN Anonymous offers support for those who need it. Danya Backus has the details.
Because you have to be there first. It was hearing stories of heartache and then her own experience.
I was having nightmares. I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to eat. I developed a rash.
That led TV producer Naz Perez to create a support group for the brokenhearted.
This concept of how we're more willing to tell strangers how we actually feel was like this light bulb that went off in my head.
Hello, everyone. My name is Naz, and I started HEARTBROKEN Anonymous in 2017.
HEARTBROKEN Anonymous, or HBA, provides a safe place for people to be vulnerable.
My current heartbreak is just realizing that my life is not turning out at all how I thought it would.
From breakups to the loss of friendships, jobs, and death.
I fell in love with my best friend.
Each participant has an uninterrupted platform to express whatever is on their mind to an audience of those who can relate.
Having people around you that support you and are going through something similar, that's very powerful.
Psychotherapist Robin Siegel says groups like HEARTBROKEN Anonymous provide a valuable service to participants.
They're validated in that loss. So people don't minimize it. They don't say, oh, it'll be finished soon. And also, it's the support of people who are not going to judge you. They're there for you. They really listen to you and what you're going through.
Lately, I've been kind of just feeling like frustration and anger.
Molly Conner has gone from participant to meeting facilitator.
Once you get over that hump of sharing and being vulnerable, and then you feel that connection with other people, then you feel less alone, and it's not as scary.
The pandemic has forced the once in-person group to go online, expanding its reach.
I actually do have faith that it will be worldwide one day, and that is my hope and dream, at least, just so people can connect and increase empathy.
And to remind each other that they're not alone. Danya Backus, CBS News.
And you can find more information about the group by visiting heartbrokenanonymous.com. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray. Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical is back. Don't miss Hairspray.
At Overture, February 22nd through 27th. Tickets at overture.org.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause status.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
Trains are coming to Madison, in miniature that is, at the 54th Mad City Model Railroad Show, February 19th and 20th at the Alliant Energy Center. Get caught up in 90,000 square feet of trains, clinics, and exhibits with almost 300 vendor tables featuring train merchandise, toys, hobby supplies, railroad antiques, collectibles, and much more. Many door prizes and 4 train sets will be given away each day. It's a great entertainment value for the whole family. Saturday and Sunday, February 19th and 20th at the Alliant Energy Center. Save online.
Your senator is working with Donald Trump to take away your right to vote.
That's exactly what Ron Johnson is doing. It's why we must pass the Freedom to Vote Act.
With the Bucks, Alex Lasry took a stand.
Alex Lasry has used his power to expand voting rights.
I'll be a senator about action, not talk. We need to protect voting rights.
What makes him tick is his love and respect for people.
Equity and justice make us stronger. Alex gets it done.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
An iCare benefit card helps our members access even more. This includes a monthly allowance for OTC items and healthy food purchases. Plus, earn more with healthy rewards. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray, Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical, and we're dancing our way to your city. Don't miss Hairspray.
At Overture, February 22nd through 27th. Tickets at overture.org.
Temperatures already starting to turn colder here in Madison. We're at 20 degrees. Wind chill's not too bad because the winds will be pretty light. Look for a low temperature tonight of about 9. High temperature tomorrow up to 35. We'll see rising temperatures tomorrow night and a high of 45 on Wednesday with some rain showers before that changes to snow Wednesday night.
All right, Gary, CBS Evening News is next, and we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned.